Thank you for your grace, for your glory. Thank you for these gifts. Thank you for the greater. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Lord.
My people out there, how y'all doing, my royal people? Y'all know I like to call you my G fam. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Living Single with Dr. G. This is our podcast where we like to call it pretty much talk therapy. We are glad to be here today, man. Listen, God is doing some great, big, wonderful things. I just want to say to all of you, I want to applaud all of my previous guests. Thank them for coming and sharing as they have. I've been evolving myself. My mind has been being renewed. The transformation that's supposed to take place for others have been taking place even here. I'm looking through different lenses by getting different perspectives. And that's what happens here. The same questions are asked of everybody, regardless of their relationship status, whether they're married, divorced, separated, single and searching, single and satisfied, single and sadness, whatever. You know, everybody's given the same questions, but their response and perspective is different because their experience is different. And everybody's response and perspective have been dropping some tips and tools. I like to call them nuggets for us to grab hold to and live by. So the same thing is going to take place right now. I am blessed. We are fortunate to have this world-renowned brother and artist who be flying around the world all the time to just pause for a moment to just, talk with us, dive into these same topics with us. So I am so grateful. I'm really ecstatic. I don't know if you ever seen the episode of Everybody Hates Chris, where Chris he was walking on the playground. He was the only black boy in the school, and there was this new black boy that came to the school, and Chris said, I'm acting cool and stuff. He narrated it. I'm acting cool and stuff, but in my head, I'm like doing cartwheels and stuff. He was doing cartwheels and everything because the other black boy came to the school. That's how I feel right now because Ray's out here. I'm like running all around. Y'all don't see me right now. So anyway, introduce yourself. Inspires in the background, as y'all know. Anyway, handling things, making sure things run well, like a fine oil machine, as she always does. But introduce yourself. Tell us how old you are, and let us know your relationship status.
Hey, my name is Rayshawn Carson. I'm 33, and my relationship status is unavailable.
Oh, I know. This is the first one. Oh, we starting out written different already. It's gonna be interesting, y'all. Man, that wasn't even on the box. Let me tell y'all, Rayshawn is a hoot, okay? Talking about eating with the president and just chilling out in the hood. That's Rayshawn, okay? And everything in between. So we just came back from a 4-state, 6-city Rayshawn Carson birthday experience tour in 3 days. And it was hilarious. It was awesome. And I'm gonna say this real quick. I want you to tell us a little quick something about yourself so they'll know, but I got to put this out here. First of all, the very first shirt I wore on the very first episode, go check. That shirt was given to me by Rayshawn. Black King. Go look at the very first episode with me and Nikki, Inspired, and you'll see that shirt. So it's an honor to have him here. My last other podcast, BBV TV, you go listen to there, you hear him singing the theme song. So it's an honor to have him here. But we was on the plane, on Spirit plane, heading that way. And I'm glad I'm promoting Spirit right now. Spirit, just keep doing what you're doing. Everybody said, what you traveling? I said, I'm traveling the Holy Spirit. And so I asked them on the plane, I said, my people, I said, y'all want some fried chicken? They was like, yeah, sure, we should fried chicken. I take my bag. I gave everybody some fried chicken. They was so surprised.
You sure did.
I love it. But anyway, listen, Rachel, tell us something quick about yourself so that people know who they're hearing from, and then we dive into the questions. Topic.
Okay. Well, my name is Ray Sean. I'm an extrovert in public. I'm an introvert in private. I hate hot sauce. Um, I don't like Brussels sprouts. I love to travel. I love movies, but if the movie is too scary, I'm not gonna go see it because I may have to rebuke, the movie. So I'm not going to see a scary movie. I'm a foodie. Ooh, I love to eat. I will tear some food up. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Other than that, I love to make money and I love to be a blessing to others. That's like seeing other people happy makes me happy. So, other than that, I be to myself.
Awesome, 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 awesome. All that he said is true, and and that's why God is blessing him tremendously and is going to continue to just overload him overwhelm him with blessings because the more he gets, the more he gives, right? And and I see him do that across the board. With it's not just pick no people, that's just who he is. That's his character, right? Consistent with it. But anyway, we're gonna dive into these, man. Go ahead and we'll get to know you a little bit more as we talk. But like I said, I always tell everybody this is a no judgment zone. And there's no battle here with the way anybody feel on anything because we all can I think the more we know each other and learn each other, the better we can relate with each other, right? And so
Mhm.
knowing each other is a part of talking and seeing how they feel and their perspective on something. And I love that. So I would like to know what you feel about red flags. Red flag. If you was talking to somebody who's living single,
Mhm.
who's trying to get some relationship goals together, what red flags would you tell them never to ignore in someone they're pursuing?
Well, my thing is it's it's kind of hard to interpret it that way. I would more so say that when it comes to red flags, you got to be watchful. You got to be watchful because, to be totally honest, the first 6 months, you're probably not going to see those red flags. They're going to put on their best behavior, their best clothes. They're going to make you love them. You may think that you have found the one. They call that the honeymoon phase. But you have to be watchful, meaning if they're rude.
So those are the red flags, huh?
Yeah, those are the red flags. And even if you're with somebody and they're literally joking and talking negative about your future, even like I stated in a joking manner, your future is not a joke. And people don't
Mm-hmm.
realize is your words have power. That's just like you saying somebody gonna be crazy. Oh, you so crazy, and they end up turning crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that when it comes to the person that you with. Those things count. Those things matter. Red flag. If they tease you, when it's something that if you tell them that hey, this is an imperfection of mine. This make me uncomfortable, right? And they tease you about it but they tease you with a smile. That's the worst thing that you could do to a person. If I told you I'm having problems with my weight and I'm trying to get it together, and
Mm-hmm.
then you gonna say, "Yo, fat self," you know,
Right.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
it may be all fun and games, but you
Right.
never know what that does to a person on the
Yeah.
inside. And just
Yeah.
imagine if it's something bigger. If
Yeah.
it's something bigger, and next thing you know, you're in this deep bucket of depression
Mm-hmm.
because you allowed it to go on for too long. Now they've learned you. They've learned how to speak to you. They've learned what makes you upset. They've learned what to say. They know what you're going to do. They know you're not going to leave. They know that you're not going to get too upset. I mean, it's they learn you, and when they learn you, they learn how to treat you. So those red flags are very big to me. Um, if you're asking somebody about their exes, and when I tell you, um, they can pinpoint everything everyone else did, but they will not confess not one thing that they did, then
Mhm.
we know who the common denominator is.
Wow.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, it's a matter of you just gotta watch. You gotta pay attention when it comes to people. People talk a good game in the beginning, but one thing I work for a technology company outside of ministry, and one thing I tell people, it always come out in the wash. Oh, in the
Ah,
wash, it's gonna come out.
man.
Oh yeah, you just gotta pay attention. You just gotta pay attention.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, that's some good stuff. That sounds like some old school stuff too. I heard that before too. It sounds like you've been around some old people. But it does. It all and some people who know something about cleaning some clothes. I
hmm
mean, stuff in the wash, things come out. And the other day I was at the mall and this guy was trying to get me to buy something and had these little sandy things to wipe my hands with and then put it in the water. And told me to look in the bowl and see all that was on your hand. You know,
hmm
all of that came out in the wash. You know, yeah, it's gonna come out in the
hmm
wash. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um, deal breakers. How important are deal breakers and should they ever be negotiated?
Well, um, here's the thing. Deal breakers. When I was younger, I had these. I had these strict guidelines that I had to go by. But once you get a little bit older, you become flexible with your deal breakers. It's a matter of a lot of times you can have a image of what you want, but then God give you the total opposite of what you want, but it end up becoming what you actually needed. And so that's all a part of when God ordering your steps. And sometimes when He orders your steps, is not the steps that you wanted to go up. But in the end, you see the good in it, and you see that God had goodness written all over everything that He was trying to do. It just takes you maturing as an adult and maturing as a Christian to see that God had your best interest at heart. So yeah, I did have some deal breakers. You gotta dress a certain kind of way. You gotta look a certain kind of way. No, don't get me wrong. I ain't going with nobody ugly. Now listen, I can't be just seen with nobody just ugly now. But but you don't have to be look model pretty like that. But sometimes you get to a point where you say, if you have a beautiful heart and you have a beautiful spirit, and if you love the Lord, and if you love me and you
The
show
Lord.
me it,
Okay.
the
Love the
Lord,
Lord.
the Lord, then sometimes you can you can look over the fact that they don't look like Beyonce. You can look over the fact that they don't look like Jennifer Hudson. But you know, and no disrespect, but you can't. I'm not gonna say that. I might work with her one day, but
Oh,
I'm not gonna say that because I might work with her one day. But if you look like that one
yeah,
guy that I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
thinking about, you
Oh,
catch my drift, okay?
I know.
You
Yeah, don't go to daytime TV. Yeah, don't go there.
right. Let me just somebody may find this recorded 5 or 6 years now, and you called this person ugly. I was like, oh Lord, I sure did.
You're
And I have to
so
say, I really do feel that way. But now that I know them, they have a pretty spirit.
I mean they praying me. They look so good. So good. Oh God, they say money do make people look better.
Oh yes, it does.
Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, yeah. Make people make you accept people you wouldn't have accepted before.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh gosh.
The
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. That's good. No, that's a good perspective on deal breakers. But I love how you say as far as God ordering our steps, because the word tells us that we make plans. God laughs at our plans. You
oh
know,
yeah.
the word tells us that He has thoughts for us,
Mm-hmm.
plans to prosper us, right? And so a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, instead of us tapping into what they are, we're like, "Hey, these are mine," you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we got our lists and our deals and stuff, breaks and whatever. And so we've definitely got to yield to what God is, I guess, presenting to us.
I totally agree with you 100%. Now, those were the deal breakers on the physical and the spiritual, spirit, heart. Now, if you are unable to keep your word, now we're talking about what comes out your mouth, right? Because you can have a nice spirit and you could, I mean, all the other things, the physical attributes that you like, but if you can't keep your word,
Mm.
that is a problem. If you throw things in my face that I trusted you with, I trusted you with my secret, and you throw it in my face.
Mm.
If you acting single on social media and you know we go together, we got an
Oh,
issue. I didn't mean to let the ghetto come out, but it almost
yeah,
did.
I told y'all
Listen, you
president and the
you ain't
hood.
you ain't finna be talking to me and then on social media acting like you single. Talking
Yeah,
about who want to buy me some food. Ain't nobody buying you no food. Listen,
yeah,
this ain't no
yeah,
soup kitchen. You better ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm sorry. I
yeah,
didn't mean to go there. I need to be conservative. Okay.
yeah. No, don't be conservative. Just be
Don't be
you.
acting single on social media. That's a deal breaker. Oh, you want to be single? Let me break up with you on social media, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And everybody talks about that social media being a problem, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
wow.
Because the thing
Yeah,
is,
what?
it's not even social media. It's the fact that you don't have enough decency and respect for the other individual to change the behavior that you were used to. That was normal behavior for you, right? And you felt that normal behavior that you were used to single was okay once you got with somebody in the name of, oh, it's just social media. They don't have to know my real life. But it's something called decency and it's something called respect that people forget. You know, and if people did not act single on social media, I think that would decrease the amount of insecurity and the increase of needing reassurance in the relationship. It would decrease that significantly.
You're so right. You are so right. And they do ask you, what's your what's your status? Complicated. Some keep it single.
Mm-hmm.
I just ain't changed it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah.
Decency and respect, enough for the other person, for yourself and the other person, to make the shifts that you need to make now that you're in a new space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're
Oh
now in a
yeah.
new, yeah, you're not in a space. You're not by yourself. You can't be thinking and acting single anymore. You're in a different space now. Are you,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So you gotta adjust yourself. You gotta function differently. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love
Absolutely.
that. I love that. I love that. I love that. What do you think makes it hard, makes it difficult being single in today's culture?
What makes it difficult?
Yeah, as opposed
Mm.
to how it used to be, other cultures, our parents' times and grandparents. But now, with everything the way it is, today's culture, What
Hmm.
makes it difficult being single?
I mean, I really don't feel it's difficult unless you have some built up trauma, you have some father issues, you can't be alone, and things of that nature. Um, um, I feel that a lot of people um, um, have this. Let me get my words right so I can say what I want to say. Um,
Right.
a lot of people they get their example from, and I hate to say it, but social media. They look at all of these relationships, Will and Jada. They look at this one and that one, and then all of a sudden they get divorced. And this is what you're modeling, what you feel it should be.
Wow.
And sometimes you miss out on an amazing person because you have created this list of um, you've created this list of what you expect. And to be totally honest, you probably can't give half of the stuff that you're looking for on that list.
Ooh.
But you expect that from another person. And you see,
Ooh.
this is what Jay-Z, this is what Beyonce doing, this is what Rihanna, this is what they're doing. This is and that's your example. You don't know what
Ooh.
they go through behind closed doors. And so
No.
you got this list of what you want in an individual. And guess
Right.
what? The deal breaker is if they don't meet the qualifications on your list, you're
Right.
not gonna give them the chance a day.
Right. Time of
Guess
day.
what?
Right.
Well, guess what? Guess
Right.
what? They could have been that one person that loved you. They could
Yeah.
have been that person that will be a listening ear when you need them.
Yes.
And then the person on that list is the one that's being your behind and talking to you any kind of way and
Yes.
disrespecting you.
Yes.
So it's the media's example of how a relationship is supposed to look. And people are taking these examples and missing out on good people.
Wow. You just said that listening ear. That person probably could be that listening ear. Um, but then there are times when we just need somebody to understand us, right?
Oh yeah.
And be considerate of us, be that listening ear. And when you're with the wrong person because of superficial deal breakers or standards or whatever, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
have that as a core of their character, you are truly missing out on some of the essence of a healthy relationship.
Oh
Because
yeah.
somewhere in your life, in your time, in a week, you're gonna need somebody to listen to you.
Listen
You're
to
gonna need
you.
somebody who feel like I understand, you know,
Yep.
and you're not gonna get that from any and everybody. That comes with character. That comes with heart.
Exactly. And people don't realize how powerful this statement is. If a person said, I got your back and really mean it, people don't realize how powerful that statement is. People
Yes.
don't realize when people say things like, did you make it home safe?
Yeah.
People don't realize how powerful those just small words are. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's not, I love you all the time,
Right.
but it's a matter of showing you.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Love is the action word.
Yeah.
Anybody can pronounce love all day.
Yeah.
But when you get somebody that can show you what love is,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not that superficial list.
Yeah.
You're living in a fantasy
Yeah.
and you're missing out on some of the best days of your life
Yeah.
because the relationship that you're modeling
Yeah.
is one that really don't exist. Because
Yes.
y'all see Will and Jada. Y'all see what
Yeah.
happened with them. No
Yeah.
disrespect to Will and Jada. You know we cool. You know we cool.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
cool, Will and
Yeah.
Jada. But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
No
Yeah. No,
disrespect. But it
you
goes to
so right.
show that everybody have issues. We all have
Yes.
issues that we
Yes.
have to deal with. And
Yeah.
so it's best to get to know the person for who they are. Don't put any Don't put any guidelines on it. If you like the person and the person make you happy, just be happy.
Yes.
It's just that simple. It's
Yes.
just that simple.
Yes.
So
That
that's where
is
I'm at with
so,
that.
yeah, that's good. That no man, that you said a lot right there. I'm hoping Inspire can just get a piece of this nugget when after it downloads and just share that before we even get into the season that this coming out of this part of season 3. I need that little clip right there. Inspire. I know you hear me. No, I felt that. I really felt that because we spend a lot of time playing games, a lot of time being manipulated by social media or
Ooh, that's
other
good.
things. You know, we spend a lot of time, waste a lot of time, and we're looking over people who may not fit a superficial image or accepted by cultural standards,
Mm-hmm.
and they are exactly what God would have for us to have. They are exactly the one who can pour into us. You said, make us happy, you know, or add
Absolutely.
to our happiness, you know, not make us happy, but add to our happiness. Um, you know, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You know, it just makes you start thinking about the people in your life differently and thinking
Absolutely.
about your search them. So for you who are living single, you who are preparing better relationship goals, that's something right there for you. That's something right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so settling. You hear people say, I'm not going to settle. They feel like they did settle. What does it mean to you for people to settle? Or when people say settle?
What does it mean to settle? When you settle, that means that you tolerate what you don't deserve because you don't have the confidence or the energy to embrace a new normal.
Say that again?
When you settle, that means that you tolerate what you don't deserve because you don't have the confidence or the energy to embrace a new normal.
Oh,
That's settling.
oh,
You know that you deserve better. You know that you could do better, but you tolerate it because
oh,
sometimes you get drained. You ain't got time to get to know somebody over and another person and explain yourself, and you have to train them, and they have to train you, and you have to learn them all over again. So what do? You tolerate what you don't deserve because now you don't have the confidence or the energy to embrace a new normal.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. Right now, I'm declaring somebody received the confidence that they need to embrace your new normal, that you get up out of that space
absolutely.
and that
Mm-hmm.
place of tolerating what you know you don't deserve.
Mm-hmm.
You are released. Get up out of there now.
Amen.
That's big, man. That's big. Yeah, it's a new normal. Yeah, it's not the old. It's gonna be new. It's gonna be different.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna be
be new.
yeah, it's gonna be different, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
um, but it's gonna be better for you.
It's gonna be better. But sometimes
Whew.
when things get better, we don't like the uncomfortable part, the unfamiliar part. And that's the part that it's hard to embrace, not knowing that eventually it will be the greater good, but in that moment it don't feel like it's good for you because you're used to stuff being a certain way. You're used to having somebody there. You know they disrespect you at times, but at least they there. You know they step out on you sometime, but at least they come home. At least you got somebody. You don't want to be alone. At least I got somebody. You know, I know I could do better, but at least I can say that's mine. And so you just settle. You just settle. And here's the thing, I get it. I totally get it. As a human being, when you get a certain age and you've been with somebody for so long, it's like, I don't have time to learn nobody else. I don't have time to train nobody how to treat me. You get tired.
Yeah.
It's you're like you don't have the energy. And so
Yeah.
you just accept what you have and take what you can get
Yeah.
until you
Wow.
get fed up. And when you get fed up, then that's it. But sometimes it's hard to get to that fed up level.
Yeah. Yeah. And you never know what fed up looks like.
You never know what fed up looks like.
Yeah.
But that minute when God step in, and when God get fed up with both of y'all mess, and that's when he changed your whole story. Okay.
The whole story.
He changed the whole story. That's what you call the plot twist. So when the plot twist come in your relationship,
Yeah. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that coming, but thank you, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, and more than likely it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
gonna be uncomfortable. Yeah.
Wow. That's good stuff. That's good, man. That's real good. That's real good. That getting to that place, man, that you can I love how you painted the picture of settling, yeah, they go out sometime, but at least I got them. They
Mm-hmm.
do the treatment this way. They talk this way sometimes, but at least they. And I tell everybody, I'm telling you now, I receive so much from here myself. Um, these tips, tools, these nuggets are not just for people who are in relationships with a mate.
Mm-hmm.
What's been coming on this platform, and listen, these are principles to apply across the board in any kind of relationship. Really, they are.
Absolutely.
Really, they are. And so, because I started thinking about the situation, just a buddy, a friend, or whatever, who I'm seeing this character trait here and this one and that, and talked about it, discussed it a couple of times or whatever, But then I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, but they do this. But at least they do this,
Mm-hmm.
Daggone it, that's still just settling for. Listen, if
Mm-hmm.
you ain't coming this way, and I'm not saying this because you here, but then you'll run
Mm-hmm.
across somebody like a Ray Sean,
Mm-hmm.
who are like, word is impeccable, pushing and sweating. I gave him a word, I got to be here, or whatever, or follow through with something, just like just executing, whatever. Or like my BFF,
Mm-hmm.
there's certain. So God will introduce you to some character and people to say, this is how it's supposed to look. Don't compare people. I just needed you to have an example of how a good fruit's supposed to look.
That's it.
And no fruit is perfect, but this is a healthy fruit here. What you got
Mm-hmm.
over there, you can't, you got that's rotting around there, but you say, well, I eat this side of it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Across the board, but especially and definitely in with your mate, potential mates and stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, moving on. Qualities. What qualities would you tell people to make sure they look for? We talk about red flags from like negative standpoint, but Joshua came on here and he made mention of, he looked at qualities that's green flags, right? Like a green light, like, yeah. So what
Mm-hmm.
qualities would you tell people to make sure they see exist in a potential mate?
Thoughtfulness. I am very huge on thoughtfulness. I'm one of those people. It ain't too much that you could do that could impress me. You can't take me around a star. I've been around all the stars. Be totally honest. I've been to the White House. Okay, so everybody can't say that, but it's a matter of thoughtfulness. I love a thoughtful person. Thoughtfulness. I thought about you, and I knew you would like this, or um, I knew this was your favorite food and it was here, so I had to get it for you. You know, that stuff means a lot because it goes to show that you did something so impactful that they, in the middle of a million things they did in that day, they stopped and thought about you. Get you somebody that's thoughtful. Get you somebody that believe in you. These are qualities that you should look for, whether male or female. Get you somebody that believe in you. If you with somebody and they don't believe in you, and you know they laugh because they don't look attainable, and those are the dreams that um, that you need God to step in to enlarge your territory with. Those are dreams that you don't have the investors for. But if you hear somebody that laughs at your dreams, guess what? They ain't the right one. They're not the right one for you. If a person respect their parents, that's a good person that you want in your corner. I can't stand a person that disrespect their mom. I can't stand a person that disrespect their dad. And it's not a thing of hate or disdain, but for one, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you shorten your days. So ain't no sense of me wasting my time with you. Okay. You might not make it. Because scripture declares, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long on this earth. And if I'm trying to grow old with somebody, I know I can't grow old with you because you are disrespectful to your parents. It doesn't
That's
matter how
good.
old you are.
That's a good one there.
The word didn't say that the honor was debatable or on if they were present in your life, on if even if they were respectful to you. The word just declare honor thy father and thy mother. Um,
That,
oh my God, I could go on and on. I know I'm so deep. I try not to be so deep, but I'm just so deep because the surface stuff, I don't even look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people say,
yeah,
"Oh, the quality they have to have a good sense of humor." But guess what? When you get mad at the person, that humor go out the door. You're gonna say, "Shut up." You know what I'm saying?
that's
It's
right.
the other stuff
Right.
that you
Yeah.
that you need to look at to make sure that if you do get upset with them, and when sometimes you get upset, you say some choice things. When you
Hmm.
wake up the next morning, will you still love them?
Yeah.
If you had
Yeah.
an argument, are you going to go back and reassess and say, you know what? I kind of went below the belt. Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. Because although you said something so that you could win the argument, it still hurted you that you hurted their feelings.
Yeah.
Because when you truly love somebody, the goal is not to obliterate them in the conversation
Yeah.
or destroy
Yeah.
them because that matters. So when you
Yeah.
get a person that don't think like that,
Yeah.
or a person who don't go below the belt,
Hmm.
that's a good quality to have. Now here's the thing, and it's not just for you, because the thing is, if they go below the belt with other people, guess
Hmm.
what? The
Hmm.
minute that y'all on bad terms, they're gonna do the same thing to you.
Hmm. That's right.
So those
Yeah.
are just a few qualities. Good hygiene, of course. Everybody want a person that smell good. Um,
It's good, baby.
but ultimately thoughtfulness. For me, I'm very big on thoughtfulness.
Yeah, me too.
That is
Mhm.
like the thoughtfulness. Oh, and qualities.
Me
My
too.
love language is food and travel. Okay, food and
Yeah.
travel. Listen, I love to eat. And I
Yeah.
love to travel. Okay. If you want to eat and travel, we could do some things. Okay. I love to
Yeah.
eat. I love to
Yeah.
travel. And I love to
Yeah.
take me a good picture. Okay. Listen, I will pose for the camera. Paparazzi. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. 360.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Even if we have to create our own 360. Um,
Yeah.
Another good quality is people who can make the best out of situations. I have been in some moments where I could have really gotten bent out of shape. But when you find a person that can make the best of it and see the good in everything, listen, you can go through hell and high water and make it because it's really yeah, I keep it that you can really make some things happen. Because if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. It's that simple. It's all about
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
If God say that we know all things work together for the good for those that are called, you know that you've been called according to his purpose. It's not what happened. You find the good in it because it's good written over every no. It's good written over every bad report. There's just a little bit of good that has to come out. And the amazing thing about God is that He's not short on His promises. And when He's not short on His promises, even something that could have been bad to you physically or emotionally, it still works out for your good. So if you can find
Yeah.
somebody that find the good in everything and they make the best of a situation. Yeah, we ain't got no food, but we got some cheese and macaroni. I'm gonna make the best macaroni and cheese I ever had in my life. Yeah, the lights may be off today, but guess what? I got some candles I've been waiting to burn. We're gonna burn them candles today, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's those things like that that makes a difference, and you can stand the test of time.
When
Yeah.
the rubber meets the road,
When the rubber
you can
meets the
handle
road,
you can handle the heat. When the rubber meets the road, we can go someplace.
we can go somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that. I like that. Yeah. Well, so I guess you was cool with the and I'm gonna shine my as they say I remember Boomerang. She said don't toot your own horn. What did Eartha Kick say by tooting your own horn?
I never seen Boomerang.
Have you ever seen
I have not
you
seen
never seen
that.
Boomerang?
No, I have not. I'm gonna have to watch it. Isn't that's what Eddie Murphy, right? I think
Okay,
Eddie
okay,
Murphy. Was
good.
that Eddie Murphy?
Did you know that? Wait a minute. No, you was doing good until you said, I think I remember. At least you know.
I'm because I'm looking at the movie cover, but I just can't remember the actor's name.
Black. Okay, but you know what? I'm not going there with you. I'll deal with that later. I know somebody's hollering right now. I love it. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something about Ray Sean too, and I'm gonna tell you about certain people. I do really believe this. When they are so engrossed with going after their purpose, living their life and making their life big, they do not see everything. They don't have, all the time. Now, some people just clueless on certain things. I don't know what like some people are watching others. Some people have people watching them, and then there's just people who, I don't know. This fell in the loop. I don't know where you are, but Boomerang stars Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry.
Okay, Halle Berry,
They're
yes.
getting robotic.
Halle Berry. What's his name? Bang Bang Bang.
Hello?
He's in there
Can y'all
also.
hear me?
Harrison. And Martin Lawrence is in there. Just to name a couple.
Can
Oh,
y'all hear
Eartha
me?
nice.
Kitt.
Yes,
Eartha
you
Kitt
said
is in there. Um,
okay.
huh? Star studded. And who was that married? Who was married to Mike Tyson?
Oh,
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens, yeah.
Anyway, so God and thoughtfulness is why I brought this up. That's real big to me, very huge to me. I love to receive the thoughtfulness of others. I love to be thoughtful. Many people tell me that that's that thing that they that encourages them and that they love most about me. One of the things that I think of things other people don't think of. I was thoughtful. Oh man, you thought about this, you did this, not
Mm-hmm.
nothing big and expensive or whatever. You didn't say any of that. Just somebody who thought enough. I know you thought you need to put some thought into action, you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, with this thing. My mom used to love that I would write up, make a card sometime or put a big poster up and say, hey, it's the first day of spring, and just different things, just different things that you do. That today, me and Mom did a quick Angelique birthday, right? Just wanted to think of doing something different and special, and that's what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying. And if we can get out of the box of trying to imitate other people and
Mm-hmm.
allow ourselves to become a thoughtful being, you know,
Absolutely.
um, and be connected to somebody who appreciates. Watch this now. Who
Mm-hmm.
appreciates your thoughtfulness? Not like this it. This
Mm-hmm.
you know. Okay, yeah, a picnic in the house. With a blanket. I thought about you. You came
Mm-hmm.
home. You walk into this. I put some thought into this. You know.
That means a lot. That means a lot. Like if you like my thing is if you know everybody that knows me know that I love chocolate chip cookies. Listen,
And
you bring me
Starbucks.
something in
And
some of your
Starbucks.
chocolate chip cookies and Starbucks. You know I like Starbucks and chocolate chip cookies. And you know that if you bring me some chocolate chip cookies, they're gonna put a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like it's those things that means the world to me. But only a
Simple
person
pleasure.
that really loves you, will be able to think that simple. You know,
Yeah.
a person who's
Yeah.
learning to love you, they're still trying to impress you with the big things. They're trying to impress you. And people don't realize that don't nobody care about that. It's a nice gesture. That's the thing with women. You buying, and a lot of women have said this. You buy me these big bags, and of course it's really really nice. Some people love language is receiving gifts, but sometimes they want to feel loved. They want you to build them up. They want to be held. They want you to answer the phone when they call on the first ring. They want you to send them a good morning text every morning. It's those small things that matters, but it's the most simplest things. But when you're in that season of trying to impress, that's when you go wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with impressing a person when you got those simple things down pat. Impress them because listen, I know every woman gonna want that $2,000-3,000 bag. You know, them red bottoms. They're gonna want that trip. They're gonna want them flowers and all that good stuff. But after a while, they're gonna want a little bit more, something that you've really put thought into. And so when people realize that, I think we'll have longer relationships and it will decrease the divorce rate. Because a lot of times people cheat. You know why people cheat? It's because it's something that they're not getting from that relationship that the other person is giving. That's why they cheat. Most people, I don't feel heard. I don't feel that you understand me. Yeah, but guess what? They're getting all that stuff, the little small things that you're not doing. They're getting it from that other person. And that's why they cheat. It's tight, but it's right.
Simple pleasures. It's all that
Hmm?
keeps coming to me, and as opposed to just waiting to make those big bangs, moments. Those simple pleasures, they're
Hmm.
engraved in every day, right? They're engraved
Absolutely.
throughout the day, and those things become harder to forget than those
Hmm.
big bangs. They're the foundation. They're the substance.
Hmm.
Those simple pleasures. They show you thought of me, you considered me, you
Hmm.
care, you love me, like you said, even if I didn't
You
say it,
love
you
me.
love me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Even if you love me,
Yeah.
if they love it, you like me,
Hmm.
you know.
Love
Yeah.
is what
Oh,
love does. Let me think about my
love
mom.
is. what love does.
Every she looked forward to Mother's Day and her birthdays, and she I get emotional every time I talk about this, but she looked forward to those days, and for her birthdays, I would always, I would go. When I say I would go all out, I would go all out for my mom's birthday. I bring the balloons, I bring the cake, I bring some wine and wine glasses. I know she liked the little gowns, so I bring the gowns. I bring a card, and my mom didn't like no card without no money, so I put money in the card. And I remember the birthday before her last, and she said, and just when you said that, it made me think about it. She said, "You really love me." And when she passed, that was one of the things. That's all I could think about was my mom knew that I loved her, and whoever I'm with, and I did not mean to make this an emotional moment, but when you said that it just triggered to that's what my mom said, and I promised myself after my mom passed, I said I'm going to make sure that who's ever in my corner, in my circle, or whomever I decide to be with, know that I really love them. And it's not just going to be words, it's going to be me showing them how much I love them. So, yeah, I digress. Just had a moment right there. But yeah, that's what my mom said. I have a video of her saying, "You really love me." And so when you said that, it made me go back to that moment. Yep. Ooh, Jesus. Was not planning on doing this on this live tonight.
I your your mom transition before mine did. And I was trying to encourage you through yours. And just listening to you just then, I remember my mom. That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing that I just wanted her to know. And she said pretty much the same thing. I just wanted her to know, Mom, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I want her to see it. I went as far as to, because, I remember the hospice nurse was coming over. I just kissed her feet. Before that, I was just
Mm.
kissing her feet, and she was just sitting there, and she was looking at me like, "God, I just kissed." And when the hospice nurse came over, she said, "Kiss my feet. They love me." And to me, that was just bigger than washing the feet. I wanted to kiss your feet, right?
Mm.
And so hearing you share that reminded me of that. This is the first time I did this after going in 3 seasons, Jesus. Hey, y'all. Ah, and I only imagine the love your mom felt from you, um, because I know how you do all of us. I know how you treat all of us. Even when we came back from the tour, Philadelphia, and I mean, wait, not Philadelphia. Yeah, we're going there, New York, etc. And Bishop wanted Bishop English. He was bringing her. He thought about her often. He thought about her. He wanted to bring her to Philly cheesesteak. Brought it all the way through the airport and everything. And she was gonna stay up.
She stayed up.
It was what? It was after 1:00.
Yeah, almost 2.
Who eats a Philly cheesesteak after almost 2:00 in the morning? Somebody who heard from someone who they know is thoughtful and impeccable with their word, that I'm getting it and I'm bringing it and I'm gonna come when I leave the airport. Not, it's gonna be late. They probably change their mind. And whoever is with you, they need to know you better rattle out. You might want to join in because this is what we're doing. You know, and I love, but you can so consider it that you're like, oh, this ain't gonna be too long. If y'all can mind, y'all don't mind coming with this, you know, but I gotta do this. And when I saw Bishop, her joy, just, you know, she got it. She went, got it, and put it in the microwave, and she heated that thing up. While we was talking, while you was giving narration, now go ahead. I'm gonna eat this while you tell me how to do it. Y'all did what? And y'all did what? You know, and she was joy. You know, I seen you there to get ready. I seen you had on your what you call it, canary jacket going to the White House and stuff. How you seen that? He done sent you pictures and stuff already. Her joy, and that right there is the essence of what you're speaking about. That if a person bears that kind of quality, that does something that money can't do for you.
Oh my God, so true.
Fame and fortune can't do it for you. There are people like Michael Jackson who had all of that, but they still felt some kind of way at the end because they didn't feel people understood or didn't feel love or whatever, you know.
It was a void. It was a void.
If God would say that thoughts matter, a man is as he's thinking. If God would say, I have thoughts for you, you need to find somebody who have thoughts for you.
That's it.
Stop it. Dude, you done made me cry, everything I love, whatever. It's so
listen, I was not expecting to do this today. I was going to be cool and conservative. And you just brought all this out of me today. Tonight.
Okay, so I start talking, I'm like, oh God, after the tears start. And the thing about it is that, please understand, anyone, we're not sad even when we speak about our moms or whatever, right? I definitely know it's called thought, it's called love, it's called it's called good memories, you know, and it's called a beautiful, it's precious memories, as the old school song would say, you know. So okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna try to move on. And you said this earlier regarding it would limit the divorce, you know, nature. So I'm gonna do something I never did before. I'm gonna put these both together. So talking about women and men, what are traits that people should? Because I usually talk about helpmate, I'm talking about the woman. You talk about providing, protecting on the man. But I've happened through season 1 and 2, that is going to be shifted a little bit because after season 1 and 2, I'm like, I keep hearing a leading in another direction. And so I want to ask you this way. What are some traits, the role of a woman, the role of a man, that they should look for? What are some traits that people should look, that a woman should have, traits that a man should have? Speak to that woman, speak to that man, that traits that a woman should have, traits that a man should have going into a relationship.
Okay. The woman needs to be gentle. And when I say gentle, she needs to be the man's peace. A lot of times, Men, we go through so much. When we get home, we just want our sugar lump, our honeydew melon, our snickerdoodle, our Reese's cup. We just want you to be our peace, be our safe place, knowing that you got my back regardless of what anybody say about me, what anybody do. They may scandalize me, but I know it's one person in the world that love me, irregardless of what you got to say. So as a matter of fact, I don't care what you got to say, because it's me and you against the world. You get you someone that's your biggest cheerleader. Yep. It didn't work that first time, but baby, keep trying. It ain't worked the second time, baby, don't give up. It ain't worked the fourth time. Okay, baby. Now I need you to go in and reassess this thing now. But don't give up.
Yes, 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 yes,
You need somebody that believe in you and laugh at
yes,
your jokes every now and again. Listen, we can be
yeah,
corny as I don't know what sometimes.
yeah, mhm, mhm,
You
yeah,
need a person, again, that's thoughtful. Let me
yeah.
tell you something. You need a woman who feels that, who don't feel that the man is supposed to be the only one to take you on dates. You need a woman that say, you know what, I want to take you on a date this time. I want to show you how much you mean to me. You always
Wow.
show me how much you mean to, how much I mean to you. So you need those traits. You need someone who you can depend on. But here's the thing. You need, it's not just depend on you when it's easy to depend on you, but you need you somebody when you in a crunch and you listen, you need somebody who gonna show up. These are
Yes,
traits that you have to find in people, especially your woman. You need this. Because if the Bible said when a man found a woman and found a good thing, and she ain't doing nothing good. I mean, where does the good thing come from if she ain't doing nothing good? And good thing, although you obtain favor, but it's gonna be hard to see favor if those small little traits are not met and you're not happy with the woman that you found because she ain't doing nothing good. So those traits matter. And to that man, listen, be the man. That's the problem. We got too many man that's just soft. You know, you just soft man. And I'm not saying that as in sexuality. You just soft. Be a man. Okay? Provide, love, protect. Get out and get a job, bro. Be the man.
yes,
Be the man of your household. Lead. Be an example. Have people inspired by you. Even your spouse, whether it's your wife, there are wives who admire their husband because they are so they're just so good at what they do.
yeah,
So to that man, be the man.
yeah,
Provide,
yeah,
love, protect,
yeah.
be there. Listen,
Mm,
man, listen, listen. She's talking, but you ain't listening. Take a moment.
mm,
Put your wall down just a little bit.
mm,
Understand that she's not attacking you.
mm,
She's just telling you what she needs.
mm,
And maybe the way that you've been providing it for so long is not the way that she needs it.
mm.
She's trying to teach you how to love her. But because you don't have the ability to listen, you messing up your own relationship, man. And once you master that, oh, you both got a recipe for longevity. I digress.
All of that, that part,
That part.
that was good. That was good. Yes, just yeah, and just listen, just
Listen.
listen. You know, listen. Um, That's why they have to say, listen,
Right.
listen.
Hmm.
Beyonce, I had a Beyonce moment, y'all. Yeah, but yeah, listen. And because if you look and if you listen, you watch and you observe, and if you listen, you will know how to what you need to do. You
Hmm.
know how to make this work. How to make this work. As
Hmm.
opposed to all this other stuff, going back to what you said, instead of following everybody else, having everybody else in your ear, trying to imitate anybody else.
Hmm.
This is the one right here. Listen to this one.
Hmm.
So that's good. All that's good. I ain't gonna say too much more about that. What are some unreasonable and unrealistic expectations that single individuals put on each other, demand of each other?
What are some? Can you ask me the question one more time?
What are some unrealistic and unreasonable expectations that single people have of people they're pursuing a relationship with, or they may be in a relationship with, and they're single, they're not married, and the expectations unreasonable. That's unrealistic.
Yeah.
It's
It goes back to you putting that superficial list together and trying to check everything off. And most of the time, when you start checking, you're gonna find that there's probably not one person who have everything on that list. So when you start, like you say, trying to imitate what you see other people do. Now here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with learning from other people. If there are
nothing
some
at
good
all.
traits that they have and you say, "Whoa, I love the way that you opened the door for her.
Yeah,
I want somebody to open the door for me too. I
yeah,
love that you are a gentleman. I want a gentleman too. I love that she's so respectful of you." There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
That's
But
right.
then when you start with these superficial demands, um, he got to make six figures, and you don't even make six figures. He got to have his own house. You live in an apartment. He got to drive this kind of car. You got a hoopty. Unrealistic expectations. Okay. He gotta do this. He gotta have a master's degree. We don't do bachelors over here. Listen, you only got a high school diploma. So, with that being said, you are not going to find a perfect individual. We all are imperfect people trying to get our lives together. When you can find a person that can add to your happiness, and you all can both work toward achieving those goals. You put on the list that you want somebody who got a six pack.
Yeah.
Maybe they got a fat pack right now. But if y'all go to the gym together, baby, that six pack will eventually come. Because
Hey!
sometimes it takes two, okay? It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. I don't know the rest of it, but
Me
you get the
and
idea.
you. That
Me
was
and
it. Me and you. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 And that's also understanding, because if you can't see how you can be an asset to someone's life, then why are you there? Right?
Exactly.
They're gonna wonder why you're there. And maybe that could be an area that God knows you could be an asset to their life,
Mm-hmm.
and they have they that journey together caused them to value and appreciate you in a whole different way, because you are that one who helped
Mm-hmm.
them to get to that place in space, right?
Absolutely.
You're that one, and they'll never forget. Oh, I'm here because of And so I love that. I love that. I love that. I love all of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
it takes two, and a lot of it is going to take two, and that's why those of you who are living single, those of us who are living single, and those who are putting forth writing the vision of your relationship goals, these are things to think about. Who I'm connecting to, do they possess these nuggets, these qualities? Do they possess this mindset? You know, do they even have a two of us mindset, or they're still self-centered and self, and are they able? And to people who are single, if you know yourself that you're not, I ain't ready to be constantly considering somebody else all the time. You're not ready yet, and that's cool. Leave people alone,
Absolutely.
or be straight up with them, but don't be, don't, That's why some people don't like the truth. You can't handle the truth because when somebody say, a girl or guy say, I just want somebody to do this with. I just want that. I just want this. They're being honest with you. You may not like that. You just want somebody to do that with. Yeah, they just bumping around or whatever the case may be. Hey, that's not for you. But they're in their truth. Be in your truth, and by them being in their truth, instead of lying to you, hey, okay, that's not for you. You look for something you can move on. But I appreciate people who know they don't want to have kids, who know they don't want to get a relationship right now, who know whatever that truth is for them. I appreciate that. So it's good when we can get to that place and moving that. But yeah, when you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody, you have to think about me and you. You got to think about you ain't thinking on that level. You're not thinking on that level. You're ready. So what are some turnoffs? That's probably one right there. But what are some turnoffs that you see when you see people and people say, I'm looking for somebody, but what you see in them or what you hear from them is a turnoff. What are some turnoffs you see or hear?
Okay, turnoffs, people who are not thoughtful. I can't stand a non-thoughtful person. I can't stand a leech. Don't use me. Just because I'm a nice person and to do it.
Yeah.
Again, people who disrespect their parents. People, and I guess it's not a turn off, but it just makes me look at them different. People who give up on themselves way too quick.
That's a
Like,
turn.
like, don't give up on yourself. Like, it's hard to believe in a person when they don't believe in themselves. So, I wouldn't say it's a complete deal breaker turn off, but it's something that would just make me look at you different. Like, you really don't want it bad enough. Because I don't think Oprah or anybody became a billionaire and it was just an easy road to get to. They had to go through a lot of adversity, to get to where they are. Because everybody who became a billionaire or a millionaire, man, they got a strong, powerful story to tell of their struggle, but how they persevered through it. So that's a big thing for me.
A billion stories. Probably got a billion stories.
Absolutely. And a lot of times you don't get lucky to get it on the first try. Sometimes you don't get lucky to get on the second try. Sometimes you don't get lucky to get it on the 10th try. It may be that 27th try. God may say, you know what? You persevered enough. And because you had the faith, this is your moment. But we can't give up on ourselves because God would never give up on us. Another thing is, I hate people who act brand new. Oh, don't act brand new. And when I say brand new, we cool. We get around your friend and you start acting totally different towards me.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna leave you right there with them. Okay.
Yeah.
A person who changed when they get money. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
You ain't had no money, but now you got some, and you think you better than everybody and all that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really have no major. A person who don't provide good communication, of course, but it's like those things that could be worked on. Like, oh my God, you're not funny. That's fine. I could be funny. You could just laugh at my jokes, okay? It works. That's a balancing act. We could balance enough. You don't have to be the funny one. I could be the funny one. But as long as you're providing me everything else that I need, we could balance each other out. That's how I look at it. So
I provide the jokes, you provide the laugh.
You provide the laugh. I
If it
could
ain't really
be
funny, practice
right,
how to laugh.
right. I could be the one that's outgoing, and maybe you could be the one that's not so outgoing. But we could balance each other out. So I
Yeah,
don't really have a lot of like bad turnoffs. It's just those, I guess, those moral things, those foundational things, those personality issues, and all that stuff, and being fake. That's the stuff that make me don't ever want to talk to you again.
yeah,
But yeah. And then
yeah,
if you cuss out your mom, oh listen, we can't be together. If you cuss out your dad, nope. I don't care what they did. Sorry. And you
yeah,
may think I'm wrong
yeah.
because I don't want to be with you because you treat your parents any kind of way. No. I know I'm not dating your parents, but one thing I do is I know the word of God. And
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, um, if you could cuss out your mom and dad, you would probably cuss out my mom and dad if it came down to it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And if not even curse out, just um display a lack of respect to the level that you should, or honor that you should, because you don't
Mm-hmm.
understand honor. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it may show itself different over here than over there, but at the same time, it's a lack of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I was in a relationship like that, and I learned later, you know, how she treated her mom, whatever like that, and all kind of stuff. I found that out, you know, do a journal kind of thing. But and I'm like, okay, now I see why. I understood. I was trying to figure out what was the things like they were until I got that piece of
Mm-hmm.
information. It was like, this is why.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna let this be because of how this was. Because
Exactly.
of this. So to what you're saying is that if you see that with somebody, you need to already know God is not gonna bless what you got.
Exactly.
He's not going to honor that because they didn't honor where they came from, what they have. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not based on, I'm going to honor based on, yeah. So I like that. I
And you
love
may not live to see it. That's the real. That's the part that gets me. You shorten your days, even with how you treat elderly people. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some very rude and nasty elderly people because I have seen it.
that.
I done seen some nasty ones. Oh my god! But how you treat the elderly, like the elderly has a special place in my heart. But yeah, how you treat them, that says a lot about your character. It says a lot about your upbringing. It says how you were raised, and it shows how your future. It shows how your future is going to be. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you treating them mean and nasty, you're going to reap what you sow.
Yeah,
And a lot
yeah,
of times, if you don't get the opportunity to reap it, guess what? Your children is going to reap it, or your children's children is going to reap it. So what you're not realizing is you're cursing your bloodline.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So to what you're saying is that you got to be mindful of picking someone or connecting to someone who um, walks in these shoes, because
Mm-hmm.
when they begin to reap what they've sown, you're connected to them. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to be tasting of that reaping. You're going to be a part of what they
Ooh,
have to reap.
that's good.
You're going to be exposed to everything they have to reap.
Mm-hmm.
So watch who you're connecting to. No, I see what's coming back on you. I ain't gonna want to be a part of that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I see what you planting over there. No, we good. We good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. When it comes back, and whoever's around, when it comes back, it's almost like an accessory, and like people with credit and stuff like. Well, I wasn't even around when you got
Mm-hmm.
you got your credit messed up like this, but um I gotta now deal with the aftermath of it,
Mm-hmm.
the comeback of,
Exactly.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Jesus. Okay. Oh, moving on. We at the end, y'all. We listen here. Self-awareness. How important is it for people to be self-aware before entering into a relationship, pursuing a relationship with anybody?
Mm-hmm. It's
How important?
very it's very important. It's very important to be self-aware. Why? Because how can you effectively love someone else when you're still learning how to love yourself? If you haven't mastered how to love yourself, or if you haven't been loved properly, it's going to be a struggle to effectively love someone else. And it's also going to be a bigger struggle to receive the love that they're trying to give you. Why? Because you have not effectively learned how to love yourself, or you haven't been able to be loved properly. So it's very important to be self-aware. It's very important. We have trauma. And a lot of times we don't realize the trauma that we have. Some of us have some daddy issues. I realize that me and my dad, we're like really close now. Like we're really good. Um, I really honor him now because at the time he had never been in my life. So, we're really cool now. But I realized that I had abandonment issues when my grandma died, and then my um, when my little cousin, when he died, and when he was taken away, I realized that there were some certain times where I would love, but I would give conditional love because I would, in the bottom of my mind, I would think that they could be here, but then they could be gone. So if I don't love too hard, I won't be as hurt just in case they decide to leave, just in case they decide that God want to take them away. So I put restraints on my love so to protect myself from being hurt. And so I realized that there was some healing that I needed to do. So when I get with that special someone, that I would be able to love properly. And so, yeah, being self aware is important. Let me tell you, everybody, sugar honey iced tea steak. Listen, if somebody tell you not, they probably vegan and don't eat any other bad foods. But yeah, but listen, everybody got some flaws and things they need to work on.
All right now.
But it's a matter of you taking an assessment of yourself
Yeah.
and seeing how you can become a better person. And here's the
Yeah.
thing, it don't happen overnight. If you
Yeah.
could just get 1% better every
Yeah.
day, it makes
Yeah.
a hell of a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. That is
Hmm.
rich. That's
Hmm.
good. That's good. That's good. Just a little bit, one step, 1%, all of that, that effort, acknowledging. As I was listening to you today, I posted it, and I still got to watch the rest of it. But I watched a good bit of Kirk Franklin's story about his dad.
I still haven't looked at it. I gotta look at it.
I Right now I'm at a part where, first of all, I'll just say that right now I'm at a part of the person who was set. The test came back 99.9.99999, and the mama said, I don't know how. We need
Oh
to do this
wow.
test again. I don't know. So, and he done been lied to so much by his mom, from his mom. He don't know because he had the guy who he buried before. He thought that was his dad, but he was so upset with that guy to his death, And so
Mm.
he was like, "You telling me I was upset with another guy? It was not him, And so, and now, and just think of Kirk and saying exactly what you
Hmm.
said, that he didn't know how to love Tammy, his wife. He didn't know how to just
Hmm.
love. He felt abandoned, all of his life. He just didn't, know. And he said all he ever knew was that he was, he didn't have mom and dad, and he wanted to
Hmm.
be loved, and he wasn't aware of how to do something. things, and it's a story that everybody should actually watch. Kirk Franklin, I salute you. I love you immensely. I really do. But it's something, and I was hearing that as you were speaking just now, and it's important, man. It's important to understand you have flaws, to be aware that you yourself don't love yourself enough before you get into some kind of relationship. Like you said, you don't love yourself enough, and you putting all this pressure on somebody else, or hoping that they're gonna fill that place, and and make you feel love. These are things that you become aware of, what you need to work on, what you need more of, what you need less of. Becoming self-aware of what helps you be happy and whole and healthy, gets you in a place of readiness. As that show on network with Tommy, Ready for Love, it helps you to be ready for love.
Absolutely.
So speaking of this, two little things real quick, little assessment, self-examination. Speaking of self-awareness, I would like for you to name two things. Get everybody to do this. Two things about yourself that, like, flaws that you are working on, you need to work on. But also give me two things that that you love about yourself, that are wonderful about Rayshawn. How self-aware are you? Can you give me two on each side?
Let me see. I'm a little hoarse, but I'm a train wreck in the morning. I'm up in the afternoon. Oh my God, let me stop. Oh my God.
I heard that recently. I wouldn't have known. That's Beyonce, right?
That's Beyonce.
I would not have known until, but I heard it somewhere recently. Oh my gosh.
Oh, let me think. So the question is, what's two flaws? Um, my flaws. Oh, that's a good question. I know, but it's hard to say it when somebody asks me. Give me just a second.
Well, go ahead and name the two wonderful things about yourself. Maybe you got that first.
Oh, two wonderful things. Of course, I know some wonderful things. Let me see. I am a very dependable person. Like, you can depend on me. Like, if I give you my word, you can take that to the bank. Um, Another thing is, I'm very thoughtful too. I'm very dependable. That's a trait of mine, and good quality of mine. And I'm very thoughtful. I don't care where I am on planet of the earth. If I think about you, or if I see something that you like, um, or I may remember that you said that you wanted this and you thought I forgot. You thought. So yeah. Good qualities, very thoughtful. I'm
Yes, you
very
are.
dependable.
Yes, you, yes, you are.
That quality. Um,
Hmm.
Give me a second. I do have some. I just got to think about it. One thing is,
I got some, but let me see. What could they be?
I know it sounds so bad. It sounds so
What else
bad.
could they even be?
I mean, hold on. I'm gonna
I've
think
been
of one.
I've been redeemed and delivered.
Oh.
I'm too good. I'm too kind.
Hold on. No, I got some. Um, Hold on.
You can have some, but he don't name one yet. Y'all notice that?
Listen, y'all. Listen. Hold on, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me, audience. Please
We're gonna
bear
take our
with
time.
me. I am not perfect. Okay, I am not. I am an
Oh no, no,
imperfect
oh
person.
no. Oh no.
Okay, I am here. Here is a flaw. I am a perfectionist. And sometimes I get upset when things
That
don't
appears
work.
to be his flaw.
That is like,
His flaw is
listen,
I'm a
I'll be hurt. I be hurt when things don't go as planned. Like, listen, when I tell you heart be broken. Yeah, that is one. So when things don't go as planned, especially when I put like a lot of thought and work into it, like when I tell you that thing hurt my feelings, like my feelings be hurt. Now,
Yeah.
I pro
I got a
okay,
peek.
I
I
know what
got
my
a peek
second
of
one.
that. I got a peek of that. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, and oh, my other flaw is I don't always show the way that I feel, which I need to get better at that. Um, I
What do you
could be
mean?
upset with you and you never know. I'll just distance myself and you like, what happened? And then in my mind, I was upset with your ugly AWS. You know, I may say that in my mind, but I won't say it out loud. Because I'm a peacekeeper, because you know the Beatitudes, bless other peacemakers, for they should be called the children of God or something like that. So I'm a peacemaker. But a lot of times I could be really, really upset with you and you'll never know because I make peace with it in my mind and I just decide to never talk to you again. So that's one of my flaws. Like I could really have more friendships that than I do have. My circle is really, really small, but because you know sometimes I get offended, I just will never talk to you again because in my mind I'm like, you knew that that would probably hurt my feelings, and you didn't even consider how I would feel that you did that, and so I would act like nothing ever happened. And I may talk to you in passing, but you would never get the access that you had before previously to me. So that is a flaw of mine because I've done that quite often throughout my life. Some I regret, like me and my god sister, she did something to me. I didn't talk to her for 2 years straight, but we actually talked about it and we apologized to it. Well, I didn't have to apologize. She apologized to me because she the one did it. Um, because my thing is, I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much from people. I barely ask for anything. So when you hurt my feelings, like you really hurt my feelings. And my thing is, you know, if you mean a lot to me, and it's so weird because you would think it would be the other way around. If a person means a lot to you, you would think you would go to them and say, "Well, look, this is what happened. Let us reason together," you know. But me, on the other hand, when you hurt my feelings, I don't want to talk to you no more. So that's why I don't do things that like and maybe I do and don't know. I don't do a lot of things that to upset people or disre you would never find me just disrespecting anyone that I say close to me. Is like I learned them. And so I won't even say things that could possibly hurt their feelings or disrespect them. I watch what I say. Even though I'm growing, I can say what I want. If I've been around you and I know what trigger you and I've seen somebody say something that may have made you look a certain way, why would I go and do that? And so I'm the type of person, I'm that considerate to I'm not gonna do that. And so I would expect that if you were close to me, you would be that same person to not do that to me. But it becomes a flaw because I don't talk to you about it. I just distance myself. Because in my head, it's like, dang, how could you be so insensitive? How could you do that to me? When it could be a simple conversation that squashes it all. Sometimes I don't go that far. And that's me letting my pride get in the way. You know what I'm saying? That's that
Yeah.
pride. Yep. Pride. That's what it is. Let's
That's what
call
it's
it
all
out. It's
about.
pride.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it out. I got it out. I am not perfect. I'm imperfect.
These are my confessions. Confessions.
Right.
A lot of people can identify with what you're saying to that, though. I know I can.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes trying to avoid that confrontation, or I know how that person is, and I'm feeling whatever I got to
Mm-hmm.
say ain't gonna do nothing but probably flare something. I just want to avoid that altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Want to cut that off. I'm like, what I seen come out of you, what you did. I can't believe you
Mm-hmm.
even did that.
Exactly.
I can't believe you said that. And even with my vision, like, but that's one thing. It's like it's I make jokes, and like it's lightweight jokes, whatever. And people around me can make some lightweight jokes. I can
Mm-hmm.
tell whether you are laughing with me or at me, or whether you just got a funny. And I'm like, yeah, that is funny too, um,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to jabs,
Yeah.
hurtful, and you can't identify that. But you're good. I was telling Glenda the other day that I said on the trip, I said that's one of the that's like the second best trip I've taken. The first one was with my BFF for my birthday, and the guys trip that we did on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
It was so similar to that in the aspect that everybody was checking on each other. Right? You good?
Mm-hmm.
You good? Right? And you would do
Mm-hmm.
that. You did it with everybody in there, but that it was genuine. It was authentic. It was real. It was, and and I realized I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I need that in my life. I need people like that around me in my life. I'm like that. I try to make sure everybody. I can have a house full of people, and I'm like trying to whoever I see that may not be interacting or may not be cool. I'm gonna check on them.
Mm-hmm.
Everything good, whatever. Um, so yeah, that's all of that. Everything. People can relate to that, and it's not always easy to know. Sometimes I do believe there are some people to just abstain from, just leave.
Yeah.
Some people, I think it's a break, like giving your gossip.
Mm-hmm.
There's sometimes people I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you had the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, something or whatever. You didn't get no kind of discernment that something was wrong.
Exactly.
Nothing came. You
Exactly.
didn't flash. Nothing came. You didn't rewind no tape. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, really, really, really. So what are you doing to work on that? What are you doing to work on your two flaws?
Um, well, um, you know,
Well, it
I
took me
work.
a minute to realize that. So
Well, this is really hard, and the reason why I say that is I'm working on becoming a better me every day, and I know that I'm learning to value my circle because it's so small, and the more that I go up, my territory is only going to get bigger, and it's going to be a lot of wolves in sheep clothes, and so the people that I know are for me. Yeah, we may have some disagreements every blue moon, not often at all. I need
yeah,
to be able to agree to disagree and still love the same. I need to be able to, if I get offended, talk to you about it and then we move on. Because you don't find good people all the time. Sometimes you find good people once in a lifetime. And so I'm learning to just, to value the people that love you for you. There's no limits on it. There's no puns intended. There's no most behind their love and admiration for you. And so I guess in me valuing my circle, um, that's what I'm doing. Because as I continue to go higher and higher and higher, it's going to be a lot of counterfeits, but I'll be able to recognize the real from the fake.
I'm gonna put you near the light.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put the light on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And that is that's powerful, and that is and that's true. And I thank God. yet even to this day, and even in a greater way from the day that we first met. Whenever they have the McDonald tour concert thing, I think it's getting ready to come up again, and it's going to be at
I think it's at Newburgh.
Newburgh.
I think it's at
What day is
Newburgh.
that? Okay,
It's
yeah,
in October. I think it's
this month.
yes,
And
this month though.
that's the anniversary of when we met. Ty Tribbett was in concert there. He was performing. And I remember the dynamics of that service. And then they took an intermission, and I met Ray Sean doing intermission. Thank God for intermission. Ray Sean was in the lobby yard. He was going on and just being himself with his jovial self, with whoever, with I don't even know who it was, and everything. And right then, and I heard you singing. It was singing out there, playing around. But my spirit connected with your energy, because we got the same kind of energy. My spirit connected with your energy and all of that in a way. And I needed a praise and worship leader, for the ministry I was in. And so I'm like, I gotta get to know him. I gotta get his contact. And we have been connected ever since. And it's growing, and right now we're just family, I just family. God did that. God gave, in my heart, and I've shown you how I trust you in ways that I haven't been with some people. I mean, even information, all kind of stuff, I'll be like, well, no, let me do this. Yeah, no, let me write it. Let me put it in. I mean, it's this, and it's because of your because of who you are, because of what God showed me, because of how you are. You don't have to worry about this person ain't gonna do you like this. This person ain't gonna be the one to jip you like this, whatever. If anything, they're gonna do this for you. They ain't gonna do that. So it's like, and so God's going to continue to cover you with his glory, his blood, his protection, as he continues to evolve you, as he continues to just upgrade you. He's going to give you everything, everyone that you need that will value you, show you, you will feel the value, you will see the value. He's going to move anything and anyone from you that means well, means good, because he knows that will disturb, he knows that will interrupt the purpose, the thoughts, the plans that he have for you, which is to bring him the glory. And he's not about to let anybody mess with the glory that's going to come through the vessel of Ray Sean. And so the enemy is being served notice that anything that comes against you will be cast down. Your ways will be made smooth. God is going to open up doors of opportunity for you and others. He's going to prepare the table before you, even in the presence of your enemy, because he wants them to see that it was him, your shepherd, your good shepherd, that did this for you.
Thank you, Jesus.
So your good shepherd has some good stuff that's going to be poured into your life, because he can trust you. He can trust you with it. So get ready for the overflow, the increase that you've been speaking about. Get ready to be trusted on the levels of greatness.
Thank you, Lord.
And that your eyes haven't seen, your ears haven't heard, haven't even entered into your mind. I've heard so many people like Steve Harvey and so many other people say, I didn't even see all of this. I didn't even see it. Oh, God's body, that's going to be your testimony. That I was thinking big. I was talking big, but I didn't know all of it.
I didn't know this big.
That's what God is going to do for you. You are that trusted vessel, and I'm declaring and decree it be done, and be done soon. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord. Because everyone connected to you becomes the better. Those who watch you, those who are close to you, they learn how to become more efficient, how to be more impeccable with their word. So they're growing. Watch your light shining is just causing other people, it's sharpening other people. By watching how you roll.
Wow.
how you show up. Others can see, I'm constantly, yeah, yeah. Like Rayshawn, yeah, and that's constantly on my mind, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be like Rayshawn, yeah, yeah. I don't care however people applaud me now. I love it when I can see somebody and say, yeah, because you want to be around folk, not that you are above everybody. You're the best one or the more elite one or whatever. But people who can sharpen you are people who can mentor you,
Mm-hmm.
in areas, in a particular area. So anyway. I love all of this. What is your love language? Last thing, what is what's your top
Oh,
love
Jesus.
language? I think you pretty much already said it, but what's your top love language?
My top love language is words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Um, and my yeah, I think the first one would be words of affirmation. Um, um,
Do you know why?
where are the five? Where are the five? Because I
So,
kind
so,
of forgot them.
so words of affirmation,
Uh huh.
gifts,
Hmm.
acts of services, affection. I mean, physical touch, and then there's the other one I'm missing.
So for me,
Oh,
it's
the other one is quality time. The other one is quality time.
yeah. So it's a mixture because words of affirmation and acts of service is very big. Acts of service, that's that thoughtfulness that I look for. A physical touch and affection is amazing as well. Um, because if I'm gonna be with somebody, listen, you gonna touch me, I'm gonna touch you. We gonna go, we gonna date. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna have a good time.
Yeah, touch.
That's very important, because that's how you grow your connection. You have to touch a person.
Yeah,
It makes you go to sleep faster.
yeah.
You go to sleep faster if you somebody touching you. I'm so serious. I'm like if you lay by yourself, it take you forever. But you get somebody that love you and you lay beside them, you be sleeping 2 minutes. Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
I love it. I love it. Oh, oh God. Oh God. My head just went way many places. Okay. So and also even if it's not in the bed, sometimes some people are not huggers, and a person who loves physical touch, they want you to hug them.
Hmm.
Hug me back. Or don't act like you don't want me not to hug you. You know.
Hmm.
So from the hug outside the bedroom to in the bed room, all of that.
Hmm.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that and it's good. Like I said, that self awareness right there helps you when you are mating with someone. I mean, pursuing someone, because
Hmm.
if that's going to be a problem for them, it's going to be a problem for you. So be so self aware, my people, of yourself, of your love language. Understand yourself so that you
Hmm.
can get in a better place to be ready for someone and know who is ready for you. Understand that. Not only are
Hmm.
you ready, but know who's ready for you.
Amen.
Rachel, are there any last words you want to say before we close this, man?
No, thank you so much for having me. Um, it was very insightful. Um, I became self-aware just having this conversation. We purged a little bit, um, got our whole life real quick, and um, it was just an awesome dialogue. I think it's something that people need to hear, and the opportunity to hear it from different perspectives, young and old, because age ain't nothing but a number.
But enough.
Experience is always the best teacher,
Yeah.
and your upbringing has a lot to do with it as well. So, so yeah, I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and yeah, I can't wait for you to, get that Emmy that you've been talking about. So,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
let's get
yes,
that Emmy.
yes. It is so.
Yeah,
It's
get
happening.
it.
Yes, yes, yes. Happening.
Just let me be in the audience, okay? Just let me be in the
Yes,
audience when you go. Let me
yes,
walk the red
yes,
carpet with you, okay?
yes,
So I
sir.
can
Yes,
take my
sir.
pictures. So I can take
Yeah,
my pictures and say
you
I was
took
there.
pictures. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
indeed.
Well, I listen. I appreciate you immensely. Thank you for taking the time to come. And I said on a professional and a personal level, I appreciate your authenticity, your transparency, and just just sharing, being a part of this dialogue. And I knew that you had some rich stuff to share. When I just meet people and I know people, I like the way they think. So I just want to see how you think about these things. You know what I'm talking about? I like
Hmm.
the way they think. I see how the way they engage, and that's what you was able to bring to us here. And the greater is coming. I would like
Amen.
to say to all of you, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you, those of you on Spotify, those of you on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please share. If you would like to be a guest, dive into the same topics and questions. 404-901-8591 is the number to text special guests. And we will contact you and set a date and make it happen. We are now in season 3 and we are growing and God is getting great glory, but people's lives are being renewed, minds renewed, lives transformed. Um, I also solicit your financial support to help us. If you want to be a contributor to what we're doing here, the same number you can Zelle or Cash App us 404-901-8591. Listen, Inspires in the backdrop, producing, engineering things. She appreciates you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Rayshon, I appreciate you so much. And listen, as I say to all of you all the time, as we close, I'm saying it to you again. Please take heed to be intentional about creating a better life for yourself. We out. God
Amen.
bless you. Love you so much. Love you so much.
God bless you.
Oh my gosh. Listen, to God be the glory. It's late. Listen, I know you gotta go. I gotta go. Inspire gotta go. I just want to say, I love you, man. I love you, my brother. I love you, my fam. You were marvelous. This is gonna be a standout. This right here is gonna be a standout interview. This is gonna really be impactful to a lot of people. I need you to know that. And he's gone. I'm just talking. Inspire. Have a good night, Inspire. I'm so hungry right now. Where you at, Inspire?